What up? So this new BBC News article just came out. The bank boss at Morgan Stanley said, if you can eat out, you can go to the office. So you know what we're doing? We decided we were gonna go eat out and compare that to just, it's the same thing as going to the office, right? What up, dude? Could we get 2 spicy jack chicken quesadillas? And could we get the 2 for $5.50 classic grilled chicken? This guy goes, make no mistake about it. We do work inside Morgan Stanley offices. I mean, I don't know what else you're doing in there. And that's where we teach. That's where our interns learn, where we develop our people, he said. And then this article kind of talks about what companies are doing to entice workers to come back into the office. Why does it have to be gamified like this? Why did companies have to make it fun and just let, they clearly don't want it. Just let them stay at home. Why are you, it's like you're literally throwing bait. If you can go out to eat, you can come into the office. I mean, shit, if you go to the bathroom, then you can go to the office. If you breathe oxygen, you can go to the office. If you have a job at the office, then you can go to the office. Like, what kind of comparison is that? It's basically saying if you ever leave your house, then you have no excuse not to come in. Okay, boomer, we get it. If you can't see us, you don't believe we're working. These are people who probably just have never learned anything on Udemy or Skillshare, or they've probably just never learned any complex topic without another human teaching it to them. So they think themselves that it's impossible to learn a complex topic without another human teaching it to them. Like, yeah, it might be more difficult, but it's not impossible. And if you're not losing money as a company, then why does it matter if they come to the office or not? Those damn millennials trying to do the least amount possible because they know if we're not looking, they're not going to be working. For bosses that think that way, I have news for you. Your employees are doing the minimum amount possible since you're only paying them to work the minimum amount possible. You're trying to make the most amount of profit on each employee, so each employee is just gonna do the bare minimum to keep you satisfied if they're at the office, or if they're not at the office, you looking over their shoulder, it just means that they're gonna get real good at alt-tabbing between windows when you walk by. So according to Mr. Gorman, apparently because we went to Del Taco, we can now come into the office. Where do these CEOs get these thoughts from? Because you know the CEOs don't come into the office for more than they have to, but you have to come into the office. The CEO's like, I gotta catch my private jet at 2, and then I have another flight after that meeting to the Bahamas so I can enjoy my yacht, and then I'll be back probably on Tuesday. Monday I'm taking the day off. But no, you as the employee, get back in that office. Everybody's gotta come in except for me. It's my company and I'm the boss. How will anyone do what I say if I don't make them fear for their livelihood? CEO School 101 right there. If you quit to work remote and get a better company that respects you, your boy Kenny Coleman over here is gonna roast you and tell you that you're privileged, that you're spoiled.
All right, so this is an article that talks about what companies can do to make employees want to come back into the office. And it's from Bloomberg. Want workers back in the office? Make it more fun to be there. And then it just goes through a list of all the things that you shouldn't do. This is what not to do. But it's like they watched all of my corporate cringe videos and they went, you know what? He's not making fun of them. That's what he actually wants. And then they made it into a list. After more than a year away from the office, many employees have adjusted to working from home and are content to stay put. Managers, however, are saying it's time to start coming back. How do you create incentives for people who like their new normal? My hypothesis is that the social side of work will become more important. I'm gonna be honest, most of us would rather go hang out with their friends than people at work, unless the people at work are your only friends, in which case you might have bigger issues to tackle. Here's what they had to say. Get your game face on. Oh God. Oh boy. Currently, on our calendar, we have a ping pong tournament and a book club, dedicated times to share meals, and some time to partner up to discuss work issues. Please, why? We encourage everyone to do something they enjoy for a few minutes per day. Like, that's depressing. Honestly, reading that is depressing. We encourage everyone to do something they enjoy for a few minutes a day. Why not all day? Are you implying that they hate working all day otherwise? We're renovating our office to include a playroom. Are you going to have a ball pit in there too? It will have arcade games, Legos, puzzles, and video games. I can do all this stuff at my house. I don't need to come into an office. This doesn't entice me to come to the office. If you use these things, you're going to get yelled at for using them because they're just there to look at, not to use. Because you should be working. Why are you using these things on company time? Again, imagine all the money that these companies are spending on these dumb perks that they could give you in other benefits. Like they could let everyone work at home and split all this money up and let people buy stuff for their home office or give them some other incentive. There's no reason to have to make a commute for these dumb perks. Make it fun. Celebrating employees' birthdays and job anniversaries is one of the best ways for everyone to be recognized and appreciated. I think I speak for everyone when I say people would rather just have the day off on their birthday than go to work and celebrate their birthday. No thanks. Pass on that. Job anniversary. Congratulations, you stayed employed for a year. Make up award categories like best shoes or most likely to fall asleep in a meeting. What are we joking about how the business is incompetent now? Most likely to fall asleep in a meeting probably means that this meeting doesn't need them there and that it probably could have been an email. But no, let's make it a game about how unstreamlined our office meetings are. Best shoes? Who cares? If you're at home, you don't even need shoes. Rethink the experience. We have 4 work days a week. Okay, this seems decent. And we make the best of it. Yeah, okay. This is like maybe the only one. 4 work days, as long as they're not 10-hour days, right? That's a real something different. We order a big feast on the 4th day and enjoy it to the fullest. I'd rather just take the money. We are making the office feel like a whole new space. Keyword here, feel like a whole new space. It's actually not a whole new space, but we give everyone crayons and tell them to write on the walls, and it's new and hip and a startup company now. We're adding new graphics to the walls, adding plants and replacing the curtains and changing out the whiteboards. Who gives a shit? Who cares? The last one here, encourage adventures. Start a pool at reception where employees drop a menu from local businesses they'd like to support. And once a week or month, cater a staff meal. If an employee wants to support a local business, they'll probably just go to that local business and buy something. Why do they need you to do that once a month? Every week, pick a new exercise and a new stretch leader to get everyone going. No thanks. I'm good. I don't want to stretch with my coworkers. After months of remote work and comfy clothes, it's an adjustment to return to business attire. Relaxing the dress code can make employees feel more comfortable. You know what never made sense to me? Is why developers have to get dressed in a suit and tie to go sit in a cubicle and code all day. If people aren't interacting with the customer and don't need a professional experience, why do they need to dress professionally? Because boomers think that it matters? Let's be practical and reasonable. Just because you dress fancy, it means what? Spend a bunch of money on clothes? Who cares? Like, all of these things are the definition of the pizza meme, which is this: management, worker exploitation, low wages, harsh working conditions, pizza party with the flex tape. That'll solve it. That'll solve all our problems. Just give them some perks. It doesn't solve any of these other things. Like, we know we work them 80 hours a week and we pay a minimum wage, but pizza party, right? We put new graphics on the walls and got curtains. Come on in. Who wrote this? How does this get published, Bloomberg? You just let anyone come and write for you? What is this? This is everything not to do. This is what we don't want. Who cares about these perks? I think most people would take flexibility, control over their time, and the money instead of the company choosing what works for everyone. Stop removing choice away from the workers. Let them decide. That's what makes people the happiest, when they have control over how they spend their time and how they get their work done. And if the results are good, why does anything else matter? Anyways, that's all I got for you. If you'd like me to roast more of this stuff, you can send it to me on Discord, email, Instagram. Happy to put them on the channel. Happy to make sure people don't fall for this propaganda. Who else is going to call them out? I don't see anyone else doing it, so I'll do it. Leave a like so more people see it. Subscribe if you want to see corporate get roasted more. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to support the channel, there's some links down in the description. Other than that, have a good day.